Last time Spidey and Webhead saved the city from a monster-sized disaster, and then they kissed. That's right. But in true Parker fashion, the moment spiraled into awkward questions, a rescinded kiss, and the ultimate rejection hotline number. Meanwhile, Webhead reported back to her boss, Morbius, with a mysterious package. What's next? Let's dive in. We open at the Museum of Modern Art, a place of inspiration, beauty, and Peter Parker's confusion. What am I supposed to be looking at? He asks, staring at a Monet like it's a science experiment gone wrong. Classic Parker. He's got the brainpower to solve quantum physics, but zero patience for water lilies. And then, because Peter can't resist flexing his nerd cred, he drops this gem. You know, Aunt May, I can recite the first 100 digits of P. I'd be excited to prove it if you were interested. Smooth move, Pete. Nothing says quality time like unsolicited math trivia. But wait, he's not done. I just don't get all of this art stuff, he admits, with the kind of blunt honesty that only Peter Parker can deliver. He tries to recover. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to spend time with you. Sweet sentiment, right? But then he takes a nosedive into full-on Parker awkwardness. Why am I looking at a painting of water lilies when I could just go look at some actual water lilies? And why would I do that anyway? That sounds so boring. Ouch. Poor Aunt May. She's here for culture. But Peter's here for, well, not culture. Unshaken, Aunt May flashes a wise smile and prepares to drop some serious Monet knowledge. Okay, let's start with the perspective, she declares confidently. Notice how Monet dispenses with showing you any of the land? In fact, you only know it's supposed to be water because of the lilies floating on the surface. And then there's the scale, Aunt May adds, her voice rising with enthusiasm. Monet uses the size of the canvas to awe you. There's no single point of focus, which means you can just lose yourself in the water and light. She smiles warmly, her tone turning philosophical. To me, it's more than just water lilies. It makes me feel tiny and huge at the same time, like I'm a part of something awesome that's bigger than myself. And, I suppose, just incredibly grateful to be alive. Peter, finally impressed and genuinely surprised, blurts out, "Wow, I guess I never realized you knew so much about this stuff." She chuckles softly. "Oh, I was an art history major in college." Peter is stunned. "I never knew that. Why didn't you get a job in that field?" Aunt May chuckles softly, brushing off the question with gentle humor. "Well, before I could chase that dream, something life-changing happened to our family." Peter's expression immediately darkens with realization. His voice trembles slightly, guilt creeping in. "Oh, so you gave up all your dreams for me? I'm sorry, Aunt May. I never realized." But Aunt May cuts through Peter's guilt like a superhero slicing through a villain's evil monologue. "Oh, stop with the guilt, Peter," she laughs warmly, reassuringly gripping his shoulder. "I never saw it that way." With conviction in her eyes, Aunt May proudly declares, "I just saw someone who needed help. I knew exactly what I had to do. So I did it. And trust me, Peter, I have zero regrets. None." Peter sighs, clearly weighed down by the responsibility that mirrors his own life as Spider-Man. Did you ever feel like you'd already done enough? That maybe it was finally time to start being selfish? Aunt May gives him a knowing smile, gently nudging his shoulder. "We're talking about you now, aren't we? Peter Parker, you wouldn't know how to be selfish even if you tried." She leans closer, her voice turning tender yet firm. "Some people might see you as unreliable or inconsiderate. But I know the truth. I see you running yourself ragged, constantly sacrificing your own happiness to help others. That's the Peter Parker I know." Later, outside, Peter turns to Aunt May, gently expressing his care. "Thanks for meeting me. Please take care of yourself." Aunt May responds warmly, though with mild concern. "I'm the one who should be worried. You're not wearing a coat in this weather?" Peter quickly reassures her with a slightly awkward smile. I have some long underwear on underneath these clothes." As Peter walks away, troubled thoughts fill his mind. I can't stand the fact that I'm putting May in danger just by being Spider-Man, and I can't even warn her because that would put her in even more danger. Just another complicated moment for our favorite wall crawler. Peter suddenly grimaces, clutching his head as his spider sense screams back into action. "Ah, my spider sense," he thinks desperately. At least that's returned after being on the fritz. Still seems off, but I felt a low buzzing for the last 2 hours. Suddenly, the buzzing escalates dramatically. "Yow! It's going crazy now! What's it trying to warn me of?" Peter's eyes lock onto a seemingly ordinary truck passing by. Does it have to do with that truck? Nothing particularly suspicious about it, but Peter decides to trust his instincts anyway, swiftly unbuttoning his shirt to reveal his Spider-Man suit underneath. Still, following it doesn't feel like the worst idea. Good thing I truly am wearing my long underwear. Fully suited up and swinging high above the city, Spider-Man confidently declares to himself, "Whatever this van is up to, I'll find out. Or my name isn't Spider H-Man." He adds with humorous pride. The H stands for hyphen. From the streets below, someone suddenly notices Spider-Man's silhouette swinging overhead. "Spider-Man?" the man mutters urgently into his phone, his voice tense. "No, I don't think he spotted me. He was just swinging by. I've been following the old lady for a couple hours now. What do you want me to do?" Completely unaware he's being closely monitored, Spider-Man continues on, focused only on the truck below, never suspecting Aunt May herself is the real target. On the other end, cloaked in shadows and dripping with sinister intent, the crime lord listens calmly, almost expectantly, as though every piece is falling perfectly into place. Aunt May was never safe. She's been a part of his twisted game all along. As the realization sets in, a chilling question emerges. What sinister plans await Aunt May? And can Spider-Man stop it before it's too late? And that's where this issue ends. If you don't want to miss what happens next, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when the next part drops. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the crime lord is planning? And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.